Hello everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome back to the Tianshi Club. You know what's up? Hello Shatter. Hello. Not much. Today is I shall warn. Today is a busy day for Monkey, so I will have to go to a hard stop today. At the end of the usual three hours. I'll have to get out of here at or before that time. But other than that, pretty good. I apologize for starting a little late too. Busy day. But Monkey's starting to get excited because as Obon season draws to a close, mooncake season rolls into town. I'm excited. I think it's maybe 2 or 3 weeks away now, the Mid-Autumn Festival. So, hype for that. A hard stop. Sad. Oh, I'm sorry, Shatter. I'm sorry. Alright. So today, with that in mind, actually, kinda with that in mind, but also just because Monkey felt like it. Monkey has decided we'll maybe play a little more Exapunks. I think this time we might go a little faster than last time in terms of last time we were walking through just the tutorials and stuff, right? Monkey will probably start to pick up the pace a little bit soon in terms of the solving of the actual puzzles. Well, I appreciate the binary title. Very appropriate. I'm glad you like it. Seems like fun. Alright, let me see if I can get the game up. Let's see. So I want this here. Hello, now I dictate what else to say this time. Hello, Inky. Welcome. How are you doing? And actually, I didn't ask. How are you, Shatter? Alright. Exapunks. Feeling weird? Maybe I'm sick? Other than that, it's a nice day. Oh, sorry to hear that, Inhiki. Oh. I hope you feel better soon. Get some rest. But I'm glad it's a good day otherwise. Yeah, Monkey's been busy, but it's been a good day otherwise. Ate a nice sandwich. Doing well. Just getting back into a hobby I took a break from. Oh, that's nice. Making D&D characters. Oh, that sounds like fun. Do you like to just make them for fun? What kinds of parts of the character creation process do you focus on? Monkey used to love making characters all the time. Not specifically D&D, cause I don't really know the framework too well, I guess. But I just used to make lots of characters for fun. Sometimes for role-playing, sometimes for stories, and sometimes just ideas that popped into Monkey's head. I'm a big fan of character creation. Well, what bread did you use? Oh, hello, Remus! Good to see you! I'm not sure what bread. To be perfectly honest, Monkey's not very good at. Monkey's not very good at bread. I don't know as much about it as I should, unfortunately. I've started using French loaves instead of the regular ones, and it tastes so much better. Oh, what are the regular ones? I do remember French bread is pretty good. Monkey likes that. I make them mostly for fun. I usually end up running the games, so I just have them start up. Mama. Oh, I see. I knew someone who ran a lot of games, and he used to. I guess he had a whole compendium of characters that he had created so that newbies who are coming into the game and just want to sit down and play a session and give it a try. He has like a whole bunch that they can choose from, and he'll ask like, "Oh, what kind of character do you want to play?" That sort of thing, and help you find a few that you might like, and you can choose from and play. So, as a DM, sometimes Monkey feels it's really nice to have a few of those in your back pocket. If you need someone to guide you through the process, I'd be more than willing to provide insight. Oh, thank you, Shatter. I appreciate that. Monkey has always had this relationship with D&D where I kind of want to play it, but I never really had much opportunity, and I'm always a little worried about finding a group that's playing a campaign that's kind of more Monkey style. Monkey's not really sure what my style is because I haven't played that much D&D, just a little bit here and there. But you know how Monkey is, not so into combat and stuff, so it's always been a little intimidating, but very interesting. Monkey's always been interested. The regular loaves are the ones that come in most supermarkets, pre-cut and rectangular. Oh, I see. I think it depends a little on where you are in the world. What kind of bread is the most common where you're at? But I think I know what you're talking about. Hey, no, good luck today. Hello, Biscuit. Thank you. How you doing? That's a great idea. I might just have to steal that. Oh, please do. I guess it's not my place to say please do, but I'm pretty sure he would say so, because he's all about getting more people into D&D and making it more accessible so that more people can have fun playing together. I can't stay long, but these puzzles are too big brain for me, so I wouldn't be much help anyways. It's not really big brain. It's just the kind of thing where it just takes a little bit of time to get your brain into the right mode to figure them out. That's all. But once you get used to it, it's not too bad. D&D is fun. Sometimes, if you can't find a group, you can play a one-player game with just you and a DM. Oh! I do that for a Pokemon tabletop game. Oh, I see. I had heard of sort of one-on-one D&D games. I wasn't sure how common they were. Sounds pretty intense, but sounds like a lot of fun. Monkey used to play a lot of role-playing, like informal role-playing games. Like, not... More like how do you say? Like... I don't know. Monkey's been playing role-playing ever since before Monkey knew the word role-playing, so... So it's kind of fun, and I've done like one-on-one and stuff like that. It's pretty fun. Monkey had no idea what I was doing, but it was fun. The best part about tabletop games is the communication between the players and the one running the game. So theoretically, you could talk with the DM to discuss what you want to see. Yeah, getting a group together that has a nice vibe sounds like fun. A story that's light on combat and more focused on things like role playing and discovery is more than common, in fact. Oh, really? I personally know of one centered entirely around cooking. Cooking? Really? That's really cool. That's really interesting. I've heard of solo games as well. Oh, it's funny they call them solo games. I would have thought that a solo game would be like you're playing against a I guess, plot structure, and it's just you as one person, which sounded a little bit lonely. But by solo, you actually mean like a duet, huh? Which is pretty cool. Okay. Oh yes, I got our Trash World news booted up in a separate window, so actually we can just dive right in. Oh, that reminds me. Last time I forgot to close out the outro dialogue with Ember after our second tutorial puzzle, so we'll go through that today as well. I've been wanting to run it actually. Oh, the players must gather the secret techniques of the legendary culinarians known as the Baker's Dozen. I don't know, that sounds great. That sounds incredible. That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, if you're looking for people to play with, Monkey cannot guarantee that I will be free because Monkey is so busy. But if you're looking for someone, then let me know and I'll see if I can make it. That sounds like a lot of fun. No, you are the DM and the only player. Oh! It relies on using dice rolls to determine what is happening in the overall world. Ah! See, that's what I was imagining when Besquid said one-player game. Ah, I see. You know, it's interesting, this trend. I don't know how long that's been around for, but I know that there's a lot of board games these days, multiplayer games, that you can play solo. In some ways, as I said, it seems a little lonely, but in other ways, it's a little bit like a video game, right? Where sometimes playing solo is kind of fun. It's gonna be a little less heavy probably on certain aspects when you go solo. That changes the dynamic, but it sounds kind of interesting too. I might have to take you up on that now. Sounds good. Alright, let me click in here. Sawayama Z7 Turbulence. Alright, and we need to go... Let's go back into this tutorial, because see how the outro isn't lit up? This one's lit up, so you can replay that, but we haven't watched the outro to this last one, so let's just go ahead, connect. Our solution is still in there, so I'm just gonna fast forward us through it so we can unlock the outro again. Okay, I'll turn to desktop. What's up, big brain monkey-san? No, I am not a big brain. You must be talking to someone else. But hello, Eduardo. Welcome. Alright, Amber. Does it upset you that I will only provide your provide your medication only if you work for me? No, nothing is free. Yes, my life is at stake here. Does it matter? I don't have a choice. I suppose I'm gonna go with answer number 3. I don't really have a choice here. That's true. Your agency is severely constrained by your situation. Interesting. This is good data. Amber is interesting. Me smooth brain, monkey-san big brain. I don't know about that. Alright, tutorial number 3. Let's go. Learn to communicate between exas. Sounds good? Sounds good. What do you think of your life situation overall at the moment? What? Are you serious? Why all the questions? I will say, why all the questions? I am collecting data. It will help me formulate future actions and responses. In other words, I'm curious. That's all. Recalibrated. Let's continue. Okay. Okay, oops. Pour some more tea. Alright, here we go. Tutorial number 3. File 199 contains exactly 2 values, a keyword and a number. Okay, so you can see that over here. The keyword and the number echo 9780. And that's just the first test run. You can see through the other test runs, they have some other numbers and words. Okay, let's go back to number 1. Oops. There we go. Create a new file in the outbox and copy those 2 values to it, swapping their order so that the number is first. Okay? When you are finished, delete file 199. For help completing this task, see Gast walks you through it in the first issue of Design. So, goals here. Alright, Gast walks you through it. Tutorial 3. Let me see if I can get that up on the screen as well. There we go, tutorial 3. Let's just read this through. So it says here, oops. Okay, where's... okay. Tutorial 3, communication between exas. This next tutorial involves a file that can only be accessed through a one-way link. Alright, let's take a peek at that. Okay, so the file's over there. Oh yeah, you can see the link. It only has 1 number here, but no number there, so there's no way to come back once you go over. Okay. One-way link. The exa that goes to grab the file will be trapped, so you'll need to create 2 exas and have them communicate with each other. I'll let you figure out the code for this one on your own, but here are some hints. You can create a new file with the make instruction. The file it creates will be empty by default, and it will be automatically held by the exa that created it. Okay? An exa can delete the file it's holding with the wipe instruction. 2 exas can communicate with each other using the M register. If one exa writes a value to the M register, and another exa reads from the M register, the value gets transmitted from the writer to the reader. That'll become more clear later. Now you can see on the registers here, there's one that says M. Okay. There's a toggle switch in the Exodus user interface that lets you set the M register to global or local operation. In global mode, 2 exas can communicate anywhere in the network as long as there's a path of links connecting them. In local mode, 2 exas can only communicate if they're in the same host. Finally, an exa in global mode can't communicate with an exa in local mode, even if they are in the same host. Okay, and this one's 4, so we'll stay here. Okay, sounds good. The controls almost feel like their own programming language sometimes. That's probably on purpose, lol. Yeah, exactly. It's a relatively simple domain-specific programming language. Okay, let's see. Let me get this here. This is one smart monkey? No. Just a regular monkey. Just a regular monkey. Okay. So, we want to get... well, here we can show goals, so we actually can see what we want to see here. So you want a new file in the outbox with the values flipped. And I guess we want to delete... Yeah, delete file 199. Okay. Sounds good. The legendary Code Monkey. Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. I've never actually had Tab. I didn't even know what that was until I looked it up. Now I don't quite remember. You ever watch that video of that monkey driving a golf cart? I have not. Yes, I love that show. Good old G4 days. What are G4? What's a G4? Monkey does not know. Okay. Alright, so first things first, I guess. We're going to want 2 exas, so I'm gonna create a new exa here. And one of them will go get the file, and the other one will create the new file. So let's have A go get the file. First things first, we gotta get it over to the file. So link 800, link 799, and then from there, we wanted to pick up the file. So I think that was grab. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, grab. And the file's name is 199. And then we're going to read from the file. So we're going to say... Well, actually, we want to read from the end of the file. We want to read from the end of the file because we want to go in opposite order. So in that case, let's see. So I want to copy... Oh, I was gonna say... Let's see, did they give us the file cursor commands yet? Looks like they have not. Looks like they haven't given it to us yet, so I'll go ahead and solve this without it. There are some later commands in the game that you can use, that will, let you seek to a certain part in the file. But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and use what they gave us, because that way we'll just stay in step with what the tutorial probably wants from us. Tab was one of the first diet sodas, as I recall. Oh, a diet soda. Oh, so like no sugar? G4 TV. It's where Code Monkeys aired in the US. Is there a show called Code Monkeys? You'd think monkeys should know this. Code Monkeys is an American animated television program by Adam de la Peña set in the early 1980s. Oh. Was set in the 80s. When was it created? Production. Running time. Released in 2007 to 2008. Oh, interesting. I had no idea. Was it good? You said you liked the show? And I never knew. Okay, let's see. So we grabbed the file. So I will go ahead and say copy F to X. We'll just hold on to the first value because we don't need it just yet, but we'll want it in a moment. I guess that's why this is a two value file. Okay, so copy FX, and then we'll copy F into M. And we'll stay on global mode. You'll see here, you can toggle this at the beginning, there's also a way to toggle it through the code. But we'll stay on global mode because that's what we're gonna need. Copy F to M. And then copy X to M. And the M register blocks until someone's read it, so that should work just fine. Alright, and then at that point, I'm gonna wanna wipe, and then I'm gonna wanna halt, destroy myself. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it'll never get there because it's blocking on this. Well, we'll come back then. There was. Ah! It centers around 80s to 90s era video game development. Ah! I'm a fan, but I feel it might not be your thing. Oh. It can get quite crass. Oh, interesting, interesting. I see. Oh. Look up the theme song. Oh. I will make a note to do that. I think I'll do it another time. The theme song. Code Monkey's theme song. Wait. I looked up the theme song, but it says it's the Jonathan Colton song. Was the Jonathan Colton song written to be a theme song? I thought it was just a song that he made. Oh, I see. I went to the Wikipedia page. The music video was... So it looks like he wrote it himself, released in 2006, but that they must have gotten permission to use it for the television show. Well, that's cool. It's a good song. Monkey likes it. Hello now. Oh, hello, Terrence. Welcome. The theme song is actually Code Monkey by Jonathan Colton. It's cute. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Well, good for him. And hello, chat. Not sure. Yeah. Wikipedia, according to Wikipedia, it originally released in 2006, so it must have released independently first, and then somehow they decided to use it. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty well. How about you, Terrence? Busy day for Monkey, but a good one. Alright, so this XB. So you see XA here for XA and XB for the second one. So the second one's gonna run some slightly different code. This is our first time using 2, huh? So the second one needs to head over to the outbox. So we'll link twice over 800. And then it's gonna wait for... Well, I guess it needs to make a file first. Yeah, so make... And then it's gonna hold the file and it's gonna copy from M to F and then copy from M to F. And then from there we can halt. That should drop the file. And since it's copying from the M register, it'll lock on that too and wait until there's something to copy. I'm doing good, just relaxing after a long work day. I'm gonna be streaming later. Oh, have fun. I'm just having some beers and THC fill PBJ. That's a lot of letters. Alright, let's tab through so you can kind of see what Mikey did. There's gonna be 2 things happening at once now. So, gonna hop on over. Oh, I see. Since they're both linking over the 800 link, only one can go at a time, which is why you saw that one of them had to wait for the other, and now they're not quite in sync, but that should be fine. Maybe I'll go ahead and have A go first, just cause that way A has more things to do before they start the exchange, so that way they'll be a little more efficient. Alright, so A hops over, B hops over. A starts grabbing things and copying things. B is waiting. So now copies it into the F register, M register, great. And that gets transferred over. He puts it into the file. And then one more, transferred over. And halt and halt. Nice! Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and just let that play. Alright, return to desktop. How do you feel about it now? You're closer to the goal. Any change? Not really. I feel like I'm in a study. What do you really want? I feel like asking, what do you really want? But I'm pretty sure they're not gonna tell me. So I guess I'll go with, I feel like I'm in a study. Sure, think of it like that. Everything's an opportunity to learn. Not gonna lie, I kinda like Ember. Everything is an opportunity to learn. I gotta agree with that one. Oh yeah? Have you gotten any new Nintendo Switch games yet? I don't think so. I haven't bought any recently. Anything Monkey should know about? I wonder if the dialogue with Ember can adjust the stages somehow. As far as I can tell, that's not the case. In fact, here I'll show you. Anyway, there's just one more tutorial to go. You're almost there. Wait. So, oh, there's chat happening too. Right, I'll read the chat in a second. But if you go here to the intro again, you can see that I can actually replay the whole thing and ask a different, use a different answer like, what? In other words, how happy are you? I suppose your response indicates that you may not be in a position to self-evaluate. I will take that into consideration. Recalibrate. Let's continue. So, it's mostly there for flavor, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the flavor. Join us in Splatoon 3 now. Team Big Man for Life, Lamar. Oh? I don't know much about Splatoon. Is it a it looks kinda hectic, which made Monkey think that it was something Monkey wouldn't be good at playing. I got a lot of recommendations, but it's mostly stuff I like. Oh, I'm gonna be playing Splatoon 3 as well. Oh, I see. I don't know why exactly, but I got the impression from looking at Splatoon in the past that it might be kind of difficult for Monkey, but you know, I'm willing to be convinced that I am wrong. Let's see what Chatsubo says. From X10X10X. Yeah, once you start looking, you find all kinds of things. Hidden servers and shit. Haha, says Mutex. And then hydroponics. I think this X10X10X is the first time we've seen them talk, and same for hydroponics. Hydroponics says, take care with that stuff. You never know who's watching you make calls. Oh. They're talking about, by the way, for context, the war dialer. They were talking about war dialers. Monkey isn't good at shooting games. Yeah. Splatoon 3 is kind of hectic, yeah. Oh, it's a shooter, but hitting the enemies is less than required. Right, because you want to paint the stage, is it? Hmm. It has a PvE mode called Salmon Run. Salmon Run! Now that does sound hectic. Though I guess certain kinds of hectic are okay, like Monkey was okay with Fall Guys. I should still play that again on stream sometime. Or not again on stream, but play it again and maybe play it on stream. Cause that was pretty fun actually. Me good at fighting games. I'm good with Knuckles. Oh, I see. Alright, let's go on to tutorial number 4. Learn to do something more than once. Connect. Yes, you can do it. This is positive encouragement. It is designed to increase activity in your prefrontal cortex. I'm sure it is. Huh? Or don't count on it. I'm sure it is, Amber. I'm sure it is. It'd be better if I could see the effect directly. But I will estimate for now. I'm sure it will help. Ember is great. I don't know. Ember is great. Alright. File 200 contains exactly one number, n. Create a new file in the outbox containing the numbers n through 0 in decreasing order. Oh. When you're finished, delete file 200. Okay. For help completing this task, see Gast walks you through it in the first issue of the zine. Okay. You're still pretty high on my people I want to collab with list too now. Oh, thank you, Terrence. I appreciate that. That's very flattering. Okay, wait, let me see if I can get... Here we are. Tutorial 4. Amber has an interesting personality. They seem quite different than the average AI character. You think so? I don't know about the average AI character, but I like that Amber is a little bit sassy. A little bit sassy. Of course, it is not confirmed that Amber is an AI, but they sure seem to be hamming up that possibility. Makes you suspicious. Makes you go, are you really an AI? But maybe. Alright, tutorial 4, loops and conditionals. Your final task is to create a file that contains a sequence of numbers. To do this, you're going to want to use something called a loop, which is where you repeatedly run a few lines of code until a stopping condition is met. Here are some hints. You can compare registers and or values with the test instruction, like testing if x equals 38. Test x equals 38. If the test is true, the t register is set to 1. If the test is false, the t register is set to 0. On their own, test instructions aren't that useful, but if you combine them with conditional jump instructions, t-jump and f-jump, you can jump to different parts of the program depending on the results of the test. T-jump, jump if true, works when the t register is set to 1. F-jump, jump is false, works when the t register is set to 0. See the connection? You'll need to specify the jump target with a mark instruction somewhere else in your program. Here's an example of a loop. Say you wanted to write value 9,999 to a file 10 times. You could do it like this, which keeps track of the number of times it's gone through the loop in the X register. So copy 0x, reset the X register to 0, mark loop, define a label called loop, copy 9999f, write 9999 to the held file, add I x1x, increment x by 1, test x equals 10. If x equals 10, test if x equals 10 and stores the result in t. F jump loop. Jump to loop if x does not yet equal 10. When the t-jump and f-jump instructions look at the value in t, they don't care if that value was put there by a test instruction or if you put the value there yourself. You can actually store whatever data you want in the T register, as long as you're okay with it being wiped the next time you execute a test instruction. Alright, you're through the tutorials for now. Congratulations. Consider yourself a real EXA programmer. There's always more to learn, but the basics are all there. Sounds good. Alright, so we got this one here. Just pretending to be an AI. Is that your guess, Best Squid? This, Ember's pretending? I can't really tell, to be honest. Okay, let's go. So in order to do this, we will need 2 exas actually, because an exa can only hold 1 file at a time. So we'll start with, not loop, link xa to over. Xa will pick up the file, so we'll do grab 200, and then I guess actually we might not need 2 exas for this one. I think this will be just fine. With just one, we'll grab the file, because we don't need to hold on to the file once we grab the file, because there's only one number we need to store. So we'll just copy that into our X register. Well, maybe Monkey will Monkey will optimize a little bit for this one, cause Monkey knows that I can. It's a little trick when it comes to computer programming. Most languages have a concept of truthy versus falsy, and I believe with this language, all numbers are truthy except for 0, which is falsy. So if I copy from F directly into T, I can use that without having to use the test instruction, I believe. We'll see if Monkey's got this right. I could check the manual, but we're not there yet, so I'm just gonna see if it works. Monkey-san, hacker. That's right. This is the true spirit of being a hacker. Just, you have a vague idea that something might work, so you give it a try anyway. The true spirit of hacking. Alright, let's see if this works. So I'll copy F to T, and they don't want me to keep the file, so I might as well just destroy it. What is that, wipe? And then I'll link myself over to where I want to be. Might as well get over there first. And make a new file. Okay, so containing the numbers n through 0. Alright, so then we just want to copy T into the file. And then we'll want to subtract 1 from T. And then I guess this is our loop. We'll copy and then we'll F jump. We'll F jump out of the loop, I suppose. No, actually we'll T jump. We'll T jump to stay in the loop. Let's say that. So T jump loop. And we'll mark the loop here. Okay, and so once that is over... Oh. Now we need to mark the loop here. This is to avoid a commonly known error called a off by 1 error. They want us to do n through 0. I believe that's inclusive. Actually, we can show the goal. Yeah, inclusive of 0. So we want to put the 0 in there too. So I guess we could do it this way. Or we could do just add the 0 to the end in the end anyways, because we know they all end with 0. But we'll just do it this way. Because that's what Monkey wrote. Alright, and then we will destroy ourselves. Halt. Alright, let's see if that does what Monkey thinks it does. We'll hop on over, grab the file, copy it into the T register, destroy the file, hop on over again, create the file, then copy 9, and then loop around 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then halt. Hey, that worked. Nice. So that does prove that all numbers are truthy except for 0. Truthy means that if you use them in a conditional in a test, like F jump or T jump, they'll evaluate to true. They'll be treated as if they're the same as saying true. Whereas 0 is the same as saying false. Does Monkey work in the IT field? I've never done IT, but IT is a little intimidating to Monkey because there's a lot of things you need to know in IT. Monkey can program computers. Monkey cannot computers. Let's say that. Monkey's occupation is monkey business. It's true. It's true. Lots of monkey business. Alright. Here we go. Return to desktop. Nice work. Oh, thank you. I knew you could do it. Is this more of that positive reinforcement? Thanks. Sure. Stop that. Okay. I like that you can be kind of, Stop that. Stop it. Monkey Business LLC. Monkey Business TTC. Tianshi Club. I'll go with sure. Great work. This is more talk designed to further excite your prefrontal cortex. Now it's time to do some real hacking. Oh, this is it, guys. We got some real hacking. We got through the tutorials and it's real hacker monkey time. Haha. Says nth dimension. Oh, someone else logged in. It's getting lively in here. Nth dimension. Haha. Finding the phone numbers is the easy part. It's what you do once you're in that matters. Very true. Says 10. 10, I guess? Mutex. I know. I'm working on that part too. Mutex is the one making a war dialer, I believe. Alright. Euclid's Pizza seems to be our first hacking assignment. Euclid's Pizza order system. Cause a pizza to be delivered to your apartment. Sounds good to Monkey. Gifted Monkey-san is too big brain. She has to work in an office or something. Big brain? I don't understand. Monkey doesn't understand this sentence. Free pizza. This is vital training. It's true reason to become hacker. Alright. Let me see. Usually there's an article that goes along with this. Oh. Well, okay. I won't read through all of this, but there are some important things in here that will be helpful for our later hacking progress. So I'll just skim through and show y'all. So here we have, there's a section on, right after the tutorials, there's a section on runtime errors. Sometimes exes do something that they're not allowed to do. When this happens, the exe is automatically terminated by the host. It's functionally the same as if it ran a halt instruction. Although most errors are boring and not useful, There are some that can be used to your advantage. This is very hackery. Take advantage of things, not the way they're supposed to be used, but because you can. Let's start with some of the boring ones. Let's see. Divide by zero. You can't divide by zero on a computer. Some kind of math thing. Don't worry too much about understanding why. Just don't do it. Math with keywords. You can't perform operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. with keywords. Math is restricted to numerical values. Invalid F register access. If your exa reads or writes the F register when it's not holding a file, it'll error out and die. Don't forget to pick up the file first. This has happened to Monkey. Invalid hardware register access. Similar to the last one. Make sure you're in the same host as the hardware register you want to access before you try to read or write it. You'll probably see plenty of those errors as you code and fix them as you go. But let's talk about the more interesting type of error now. Runtime errors and how to exploit them. Sometimes you don't know all the details of the host you're working with. Links can change. Let me zoom in a bit. Make it easier to read. There we go. Links can change. Files can disappear. There are some things you can only learn about your operating environment by attempting to execute your code and potentially failing. It might strike you as messy, but it's not like you're working at some big software company where you'll be frowned on for that kind of messiness. Or if you are, I'm sorry. Maybe think about changing your life choices around. Changing your life around. The only thing that counts here is getting the job done. That is the hacker spirit. Here are some that are more exploitable. I mean, you're smart, so you have to work in some sort of quality field of work. I don't know about any of those assumptions, Eduardo. I don't know about that. Oh boy, exploiting glitches in the system for personal gain. Exactly. This poor broken down Exa is so cute. Alright, so here's some that are more exploitable. Invalid file access. Say you were looking for a specific file. The exa that tries it will terminate. But now you know the file isn't there. Also, invalid link traversal. Say you were looking for a specific link. The exa that tries it will terminate. But now you know the link isn't there. Sensing a pattern? This is called brute forcing. There's a term for this. It's called brute forcing. Like, you might have heard of brute forcing a password. Is where you don't know the other person's password, but you're trying to get into their account. So you systematically throw possible passwords into the system until it gets accepted. This is why a lot of systems these days will force you to stop or wait if you've put in too many invalid passwords. It's trying to avoid this kind of hacking. It's kind of an arms race between security people and hackers. Okay. Seriously, don't be afraid of letting your exas error out, crash, die, or whatever you want to call it. They might look cute to you. They are cute. But remember, their purpose in life is to spawn, compute, and die repeatedly. I feel like there's some sort of dark life analogy there. Purpose in life is to spawn, compute, and die repeatedly. You can take advantage of that in your programs. I know. So these are expendable learning bots. Actually, we just did all 4 tutorial puzzles. So in fact, these are now expendable hacking bots. No more learning. Just go now. Just hack. The exas are adorable, aren't they? They almost remind me of the Tachikomas from Ghost in the Shell. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an influence there. Ghost in the Shell is a very, how do you say, influential aesthetic in sci-fi. Also, Tachikoma are so cute. I like when they're just, I don't know, they're just so cute. I don't know if I could sacrifice an Exa. They're friends. It's okay. It's their purpose in life. I think they're okay with it. In fact, we've had to sacrifice quite a few already in the course of running these tutorials. I'm sorry, Exas. All right, here we are. So, oh wait, I wanted to show you one more thing before I put away your ability to view the manual. So here we are. We were at this article here, and now I'm not gonna keep this on screen, but I want you to know it's here, because from now on, Monkey's gonna be using this a lot. This here is the Axiom Exa Language Reference Guide. And so in this magazine, they have this nice Monkey got distracted reading the intro. They have this nice reference guide for all of the different functions that exist for your Exas and some explanations of how they work. So they got the syntax and what they do, and they're kind of all grouped together. Movement, communication, life cycle, testing values. This is what we just learned, the test, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna be having this on the side and just be constantly referencing it from here on out. FYI. There's also some fun articles in here that we'll get to later, when they become relevant. But for now, I think we're good on the manual, or on the magazine. Monkey-san is a brute. I'm sorry. If you want a game where sacrifice is built in, try Overlord 1 and 2. It's like Pikmin, but you are like Sauron, and the minions are evil goblin thingies. I never played Pikmin, but I thought the Pikmin are pretty cute. Also, hi Mongoose. Did I not say hi to you? I'm not sure if Monkey was distracted, so I don't have a memory if I officially said hi. But hello, how are you doing? The greatest hacking tool of all, the instruction book. Yeah. Well, this is more like the language reference guide. Oh, that's literally what it's called, language reference guide. But it is kind of also instruction book. Hello again, Null the Hacker Monkey. Hello, Cheeto. Welcome. How you doing? It's okay. I can't stick around long getting sleepy. Oh, okay. That's fair. Take care of yourself. Get some sleeps. But thank you for stopping by. Alright, let's order some pizza, shall we? Oh, Cyberpunk Monkey? Yeah. So you want to know who I am? Yes, Ember, that would be very nice, thank you. I will reveal this information. Let us discuss it over pizza. A free pizza. I want to see you use your regained skills first. Okay, how does that help? You're giving me $700 worth of medication for stealing a pizza? This is my question. So, I'm gonna get $700 worth of medication for stealing a pizza. Yeah, why not? Don't you want a pizza? Fair argument. Must be a good pizza. Yeah. I'm not sure Ember can even eat the pizza. I don't think we can share our pizza with Ember, so... Alright. Append your order, file 300, to the end of the order list, file 200. Note that all orders, including yours, will consist of exactly 5 keywords. Alright? Well, let's see what these orders look like so far. So my order is this one. 605 Eddy Street, number 801. That's my apartment. Medium cheese, extra cheese, anchovies. Okay. These are the other ones. Juniper Street, large cheese, mushrooms, anchovies. Oh, so they only let you add a certain number of things, I guess, to your pizza. Size, cheese, and 2 toppings. I don't see anyone going without the cheese, though. Paging through these examples, everyone wants cheese. I mean, I can't blame him. Monkey wants cheese. Okay. But it's an option. And I like this. This is our digicam feed. This is the actual... So these are test cases, right? So this is what we test our code against before sending it out into the real world. But we can see what happens. This is the camera feed of inside the pizza parlor. Speaking of hacking, have you heard of the game called Stray? A post-apocalyptic dystopian puzzle game. In this game, you play as a cat. I have heard of it. I have. I've heard sort of... This response has been mixed. I'm pretty curious about it. But I heard the response has been mixed because it's a relatively short game. A short and not super polished game for the price. But it is an indie game, and it is really cute. So Monkey's pretty curious, pretty interested. Of course, this is all what Monkey heard. I have no idea. And here I thought we could make the no cheese left beef pizza. Oh, you know, I wonder if we can. I wonder. If you put in the instruction left beef, I'm not sure if they know how to respond to that though. I'm not seeing any half pizzas here. Alright. So we got our little exa, we got our book of instructions that we want to copy over. In this case, I do believe we will need 2 exas to transfer the data over. Stray mod monkey audition. This time you play as a monkey. Ah! That sounds like fun. Alright, so I guess XA will stay here and read off our order to XB, who will put it into the order list. Let's do like that. So you can go ahead and grab the file, grab 300, and then we'll just go ahead and from there we'll go ahead and start copying things over. So why don't we go ahead and say, oh, we have a new test also from the manual. We know about testing for equivalence. There's also a test end of file. Let me see what the syntax for that. Yeah, test end of file. So we don't have to. We can create a loop here that starts copying things over. So just copy F to M, and then just keep doing that until test ELF. If false, jump back to loop. Otherwise, we'll break out. And then I think we can just halt. Yeah. We can leave the 300. Yeah, leave the 300 behind. So that should start. So just to show, this will grab the file and then start going through Oh, it can't because someone needs to pick up the M, but yes. From here it'll loop. Alright, we'll get XB over there starting to read what I write, what XA writes. So, we'll have to link over 800. And then we'll grab 200. It's the file that we want. And then we'll start appending. So we'll also mark a loop. Okay, I can see us doing this two different ways. We can either... They said that the order will contain exactly 5 keywords. So we could do a loop that just loops 5 times. Kind of like they mentioned in the tutorial. But what Monkey kind of likes to do instead is send a... How do you call it? Like a signal, I guess? So if I copy 0, which I'm pretty sure these are all gonna be words and strings, not numbers, right? So copy 0 into M. We'll send a signal over to here so that when it reads 0, it will stop. So... So first things first. Well, is that the best way to do it? Let's see. We could do that, or... Which one's better? Well, we'll go with this one first, see what it looks like. If it looks too complicated or too long, then I'll switch over to the other one. Alright, so we got a loop here. And we're just gonna copy from M to F. Actually, here, let me show you even until then what we got so far. So, this will just continuously... This is an infinite loop. The B will just continually be reading M until there's nothing left in M to read, and copy to F. So you can see it's sending the stuff over. That's that. Let's see. Did that work correctly? No, it didn't, because we're in the wrong position in the file. Well, that's good to know. Let's get to the end. And here's where I'll use the thing I was talking about, going to the place in the file you want to be. If you look in the reference manual, there's a seek function. And if you just put in the largest possible number, it'll take you to the very end of the file. So, we'll do that. That'll take us to the end of the file, and then we can start copying stuff in. Now, copy M to T. It wouldn't be a lot easier if we just looped 5 times. Will that save us anything? Well, let's see. So, yeah, it'll save us a bit, because if I do things this way, I'm gonna have to put in a breakpoint. For those of you who don't know what a breakpoint is, it means I'm just gonna have to put another mark here and say, like, if it's F, jump to break, otherwise jump to loop. Which is just adding too much unnecessary complexity, considering that this is a relatively simple problem actually. So let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. So we'll copy M to F, but first let's put we know there's 5. Yeah, we know there's 5, so we'll copy 5 to T. We'll do the same hack we did last time as a countdown. Let's copy M to F, and then we will sub I T1 T, and then we will on true jump back to loop. And I think that should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Hopefully that'll be the right number. Monkey Hacks, how's it going? Hello, Huari. Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Going pretty well, I think. We just finished up the tutorial, so we're doing our first real hack. Alright, and then when we're done, I gotta drop the file and then halt. Let's give that a try. So, send B over there, and then grab the file and then start copying. Got our order, get our cheese, extra cheese, and anchovies. And now T should go to 0, and we should drop out of that, drop the file, and halt. Nice! Nice! Not bad. Monkey thumbs up. Thank you, Tito. Oh wow, soon you'll be able to hack into government databases easy. We'll see. Right now we're just trying to get ourselves a free pizza. Alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks good to Monkey. Alright, let's go. So that's fun. Let me go back to continue editing. When I step through this, I guess nothing really happens in the Digicam feed, right? And that's kind of boring, you might say. It's a little boring. Let's start a new solution. Because I noticed they gave us all this other stuff back here. We didn't touch it at all. What's all this about? This is all part of Nal's secret plan. Not even we know her true motives, Lamal. Secret plan? What secret plan? Monkey-san for president? I don't think so. Monkey doesn't want to be president. I'd vote for Monkey. Oh, thank you, Huari. I appreciate it. So this one says lights and has a power register. I don't know what's back here. It's kind of blocked. Can't tell. Anyone? Oops. Any of these tests? No, can't tell. I wonder what those are powered for. This is temperature. This one is also a temperature. So this was something. Heat, maybe? Heat? And I don't know what... These are lights. This is oven, fridge, freezer. And they have temperatures as well. Oh my, it's so secret. Not even Nels knows what it truly is. That's pretty secret. I'd for Monkey twice. That's illegal. That's illegal though. Okay. So let's see what some of these things do. Why not? Let's go on a little tour of our pizza place. Euclid's Pizza. So we'll link over. We'll go in order, why won't we? Yeah. Let's link ourselves over to... Link ourselves over to 805. Which is lights. So considering this is power, let's try a few different values. Let's see. So copy 0 to power. Or copy 100 to power. Or copy negative 999 to power. Let's see what happens. Let's hop on over. Now for Jade Emperor then? No! Now that I think of it, is that a position you can be appointed to? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know, the Jade Emperor has just always been the Jade Emperor. I think even if the Jade Emperor got usurped, you would not be the Jade Emperor anymore, right? You could give yourself some other title, like the Monkey Emperor, but I don't think it would be the Jade Emperor. Maybe Jade Monkey Emperor? Jade Emperor now. Oh no! The power invoked with that title is immeasurable. Oh dear, oh dear. No, 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 no. Just a regular monkey. Alright, copy 0 power. Let's see. Ha 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 ha. I've already failed the objective, leave no trace. I have definitely left a trace. Oh, I guess it's because the excess still around. Technically, that'll probably go away if I fixed things, but no. Okay, 100 puts it back on. Negative turns it off. Ah, I see. I see, I see. Alright, that's fun, that's fun. So why don't we go ahead and mark a loop here. Mark loop. Copy 0 power, copy 1 power. Jump loop. Here we go. Nice infinite loop. Strobe lights. See it more like you're leaving behind a calling card, like Lupin. Ah, fancy, fancy. Hello, Remus. How are you doing? I think Jade Emperor is a fixed title of one being. It's taken. Yeah, I think so too. I think so. But I could be a Jade Monkey Emperor. Not that that's in the plan anywhere. No, no. Just monkey. Alright, so we got XA on the lights. Let's see what we can do here. Link 800. Link 800. So we gotta figure out what the second power is for. I'm not really sure. Why don't we just go ahead and actually copy all this code. And go to 804. I guess we're kind of going from top to bottom here. 804. And yeah. Let's see. Same thing. Let's go. I can't see because we're strobing. You see anything happening? Alright, hold on. Hold on, we gotta turn XA off because can't see a thing. There's gonna confuse myself here. Alright. Anything? Anything? I'm not really seeing a difference here. Shall we try some other values? Copy 1. Copy. Let's try these values. Oh, I didn't save it. Oh, I put it in the wrong one. This is for XA. Silly me. 1. So I guess I could keep that. It still works. Okay. 9999. And negative 9999. Alright, let's see. Anything? No, it still goes between 1 and 0. I guess that's the only values it can take. But I couldn't for the life of me tell what we're turning on and off. Does that say oven, you think? It looks a little bit like it might say oven. Hard to tell right now. We'll leave that one alone for now. So, this one, we'll make a note. Lights. Oven power? Maybe? Might as well keep these as 0 and 1. Alright. Let's try a new one. And we'll put a little halt in there too. Let's Tianshi now, Phantom Thief. Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger has a cool premise, but it's my least favorite Sentai. Oh, villain just sits there and drinks wine the whole time. Sounds like a good deal for the villain. Gotta go eat. Catch you later, Monkey-san. Okay, have a good meal, Eduardo. See you next time. This last one. H something. It's definitely H something, right? And it's a temperature. So let's see what that does. 3. Temperature. That's what I assume. TEMP? Unless they mean temporary. 0. We have 9999. Copy, maybe 9999 to temp. Yeah. Let's play around. Let's see how that goes. Hop on over there. So 0. Oh, I guess the minimum temperature is 50. 50, huh? And the maximum is 80. Not really seeing any effect of doing this, but you know, that's alright. This might be the ambient temperature, is my guess. That's my guess. Alright. Heat. Temp. Like heater temp, maybe? Oh no, we're messing with the AC. Just have a little party in the pizza place. Just try all the temperatures, you know? What's next? 802, I guess. Let's try 802. This one's also a temperature. Freezer. The freezer temperature. Well, why don't we just copy that whole thing in then? Freezer temp. Oh. Gotta let this one run. Alright. Oops. Freezer temp 802. Alright. Hop on in. Okay, so 0 works. -10 is the lowest. 10 is the highest. Wait, 10 is the highest. Wasn't it on... Oh, it's on -4. Oh, I see. Doesn't let you go above 10. Alright, I guess. I feel like... Alright, okay. Let's continue our exploration. Fridge temperature. That should be similar to freezer temperature. But it has probably different extremes. 32 to 44. Okay. It looks like they try to keep things relatively within the safe range for the appliance itself. Understandable. And we got one last one to check out. This is the oven temp. Oh, get ourselves freezer, fridge. And this one is oven, 800. Speaking of pizza places, last night I had to explain to someone that the mouse from Chuck E. Cheese was in fact Charles Entertainment Cheese himself. Is that what E stands for? Charles Entertainment Cheese? Wow. Chuck E. Cheese. I see. Alright, so 0. It won't let us go to 0. So lowest is 600 on this oven. That seems That seems like quite a lot. 600 to 900? I am concerned about this oven. Are pizza ovens usually this hot? What? I'm shattered. So am I. You're always shattered. The powerful rat. Now that you mention it, there are quite a few powerful rodents out there, aren't there? I thought it was common knowledge. I knew that the mouse was named Chuck E. Cheese, but I didn't know what the E stood for. Alright, we've done our exploration. Time to decide what to do with our newfound knowledge. I don't know what this thing is, so I'm just gonna turn it off. Just turn it off. Maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll mess with the ones we don't know later, actually. Let's go with the ones we do know. So this is freezer temp. Let's make it maximum temp. Maximum freezer temp. Melt all the things. Fridge temp, we will put what's a good fridge temp? Well, if we're going with max freezer temp, let's go with minimum fridge temp. Why not? Get that in there. And for the oven temp, of course we're going to go max oven temp. Of course. Alright. How's that? Go off and do your things. And then we'll strobe. Sounds good. Since this is infinite, this will just run forever, huh? Does this allow me to make an infinite strobe? There it goes. I guess that's that. I've been to a pizza place that has the gimmick of an exceptionally hot oven once. Oh. Not sure I can recommend, unfortunately. Oh. The gimmick was interesting, but the food didn't turn out great. I like my pizza well carbonized. Oh. Activated charcoal is good for the gut. Can you just make activated charcoal by burning anything? I kind of feel like that can't be right. Additionally, you want to be careful because activated charcoal, part of the reason there's been a craze for it recently is because what it does is in some ways it's highly reactive in that it binds to most other chemicals, a lot of other chemicals, but too many cycles. Too many cycles. I guess we hit the limit. But it binds to other chemicals, and by doing so, it renders them inactive. Because what comes out of it is still inert. And so what it does is it's often used for, say, if you've ingested something that's poisonous. Sometimes eating charcoal will bind to the poisonous things and prevent your body from absorbing them. That's kind of what it's used for. But unfortunately, it's relatively indiscriminate. That's why it's used. It's relatively indiscriminate, which means you need to be careful because if you are taking any form of medication, it may interact with charcoal, even in the quantities that you would eat in a normal like charcoal added, one of those fad like charcoal this or that foods. might have enough charcoal to interfere with your medications. So you want to be very careful. The one that I heard that is the most not well known, but the most dangerous one might say amongst everyday medications is that if you take birth control, it will shut down your birth control. This is a known this is a known interaction. So don't expect to have don't have charcoal if you are someone who's using birth control hormone medication. Furthermore, even if you're not using special medications, having too much charcoal will bind to other chemicals that your body needs. If I remember correctly, one of the things it might bind to is calcium, but I'm not entirely sure about that one. But it can bind to various other chemicals that your body needs and cause you to become malnourished even if you're eating a balanced diet. So you definitely don't want to overdo it with charcoal. Small amounts of charcoal, if you're not taking medications that are sensitive to charcoal, is probably okay. But large amounts of charcoal or charcoal taken along with medications is probably something you want to be careful of. Make sure you consult a doctor or something like that if you're planning to do something along those lines. Just a general warning because I know that it's not well known. And with all the charcoal flavored things here and there nowadays, it's good to be aware. It was the one time I was sad eating a pizza. Oh, Shatter, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Oh, I forgot. There's one more thing we can do. Oh, we can't get over there, unfortunately. I wanted to go make friends with this guy, by which I mean double suicide, but I guess we can't. On the other hand, a Herculean feat. On one hand, a Herculean feat. On the other, I had to eat it, lol. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shatter. That's so unfortunate. Hola no, amiga. Saludos, buenos dias. Hello, White Bears. I hope you are well, mi amiga. I am well. How about you? How you doing? I had a charcoal cheese once. Slightly smoky flavor. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they added the smoky flavor because, to my understanding, charcoal doesn't actually taste like too much when you add it to food. It looks really appealing to Monkey because charcoal has this really appealing color, and I can't remember if I've really eaten anything charcoal or not yet, but I remember thinking that it didn't add much, so I feel like I might have tried something. Yeah. But it has such an appealing color that Monkey's always tempted to get it, but I'm afraid of eating too much charcoal. It reminds me of a pizza place I went to that was famous for having huge pizzas. Oh, huge, huh? How big are we talking? Alright, I'm done playing with this pizza place. Let's go. Let's go back. Time to leave. Hop out of here. Time to enjoy pizza. Sounds great. That one I got had a longer circumference than my arms. Eh? Like your arms put together? Like both arms stretched out? Or you mean like one arm? If it's both arms, I feel like that's a pizza that could feed a village. A whole village. Yeah. That's a lot of pizza. Did you know that the distance, if you spread your arms out straight and you measure the distance from the tips of your fingers to the other tips of your fingers, that is approximately the same as your height? Yeah. Now you know. I mean, extremely slight. The barest hint. Cheese itself was hard yet creamy. Oh, Monkey loves cheese. Cheese is so good. Cheese is like ambrosia, food of the gods. Which is, I suppose, why our stomachs weren't necessarily meant to handle it. But it's okay. I'll take the sacrifice. It was called Big Lou's, and I think the pizza was a 37-inch. 37-inch. How many centimeters is 37 inches? Let's see. 37. Come on, monkey. 37 inches to centimeters. That's almost 100 centimeters. Wait, that's almost 100 centimeters. What? 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 That's like 1 yard. That's a 1 yard pizza. That's a big pizza. That's almost 1 meter. That's nearly 1 meter of pizza. Oh, that's pretty big. Oh wait, are we talking circumference? We're talking circumference. Okay. I thought when you said it was as big as your arms, you meant diameter. But I see now you mean circumference. Ah, like you couldn't wrap your whole arms around it. You could not hug this pizza. It was, Vitruvian proportion. Yeah, Vitruvian. That sounds familiar. Do I know the word Vitruvian? No. Vitruvian Man. Ah, the Leonardo da Vinci thing. Ah, I see. Cheese tier list? This is a good question. Monkey's not good at picking favorites and stuff. I used to think my favorite cheeses were all soft cheeses. So things like brie, camembert, mozzarella, that sort of thing. But then I had some really good hard cheeses. I had a really good Basque cheese that I really enjoyed. Now Monkey's thinking about cheeses. Cheeses are pretty good. It's over a yard by 1 inch. Oh! Oh, I see. I always think that a yard and a meter are the same, but they're a little different, huh? The biggest is 62 inches. 157 centimeters. Wait a second. You can order that? Are we talking about circumference? Or are we talking about diameter here? Because if we're talking, regardless of what we're talking about, that is longer than Monkey is tall in my human form. I am 148 centimeters, I think. Last I checked. Am I 148 or 142? This is the problem when you're not good with numbers. Does anyone else have this trouble? I can never remember the difference between... I tend to get... Never mind. Don't worry about it. Monkey's bad with numbers. Something like that. We must go further beyond. We need a pizza larger than Monkey. Wait, I was only joking. We must... Yeah. You thought you were joking, Shatter. It was insanely good, though. Oh, really? Oh, that's impressive, actually. Because to make something To make something that big that also tastes good is really impressive. It's not easy. I don't joke when it comes to pizza. Oh, you can order it, but you have to order it a few hours in advance. That makes sense. It probably takes a lot to make. 1 yard is 36 inches. 36 times 2.5 equals 90 centimeters. Oh, I see. Oh. And its diameter. Oh my goodness. So you're telling me you can order a pizza that is big enough that monkey could be a topping on that pizza? My gift of prophecy seems only to activate when I'm joking. Very powerful. Oddly appropriate given my line of work. Yeah, that does seem to make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Just gotta be careful what you joke about. Monkey. Hello, Chito. How about monkey-shaped pizza? Oh, that sounds fun. Get me an extra large with extra monkey. Extra monkey. Oh dear. Alright, Ember says, time to enjoy pizza. For you, at least. I'm not going to have any. Guess why? Guess. Go on, guess. Oh dear. Emulated multi-branch emotional reasoning. That's Ember, apparently. You're not hungry? You're on a diet? You're far away? How come none of these is you're an AI who does not consume human food? Guess why? You're not hungry? Let's go with you're not hungry. I am an AI construct. You know, artificial intelligence. Surprised? Not really. Yeah, a little bullshit. A little? A little. Okay. I'll have to remember that. Wait, why do you have to remember that? It wasn't that interesting of an answer. Oh, Deadlock is back with, Gast, I got your zine. It's very cool. It is pretty cool. Selenium Wolf. Yes, I love the name. Trash World News. Gast. Oh, here's Gast. Thanks. Mutex. Oh, where do I get one? Gast. Get me your info and I'll hook you up. Oh, I'm excited. The zine is getting out there. Alright. Oh, looks like almost everyone's logged on to Exapunks now. Alright, what we got next? Oh, another meeting with Nivas. Meeting with Nivas. Sunday 10/5. Take delivery of the pizza! Of course, we gotta order the... We ordered pizza, we gotta get the pizza, right? Of course. What was I thinking? When did we last see Nivas? Yesterday? Yesterday. Alright. Let's get some pizza. It's Nivas again, except this time they're wearing a Euclid's pizza uniform. Euclid's a better pie, and we can prove it. The reference seems kind of obscure for a pizza joint. Did Euclid define pie? I wonder. Mivas delivers everything. Oh, I guess it came with the pizza. I'll admit, the Euclid reference flew over my head. Well, I know that Euclid was an important mathematician, but I haven't kept track of what all they did. Mivas hands me an unlabeled prescription bottle. It's clearly a knockoff. Ghostbusters! Just kidding. To be fair, I'm gonna put this out there. Monkey has not actually watched Ghostbusters because when Monkey was a baby monkey, Ghostbusters looked too scary, and so Monkey was not interested, and so I never watched it. I just know the tagline, or as you say. Ghostbusters is a fun movie. Oh, I see. Monkey has a hard time getting over the baby monkey impression of, I don't know, seems a bit scary though. Doesn't really seem like Monkey's kind of movie. But maybe Monkey would enjoy it. Alright, pizza for Monkey. Oh, Deadlock says, oh, I had no idea you could put donuts in the oven. Selenium Wolf, broiler, enjoy. 1010, what's this? Deadlock, it's in the zine. It's in the zine! Y'all curious about putting donuts in the oven? When Monkey first played this game, I read through almost the entire zine right away because it seemed like fun. Some of the things are definitely more related to certain aspects of the game you'll get to later, so they don't make much sense if you read them on their own. But there are some things. Here, let's go take a look. So donuts in the broiler. Let's see. Zoom out so we can go a little faster. We got some things here. These are all for later problems. Here we are. Trash World Kitchen. Trash World Kitchen. Who wrote this one? Let me check. Where's my... Let me check here. The table of contents. Trash World Kitchen, doesn't say who wrote it. Well, maybe it'll say on the thing. But here we have Trash World Kitchen at the end here. Trash World Kitchen. You're a hacker. You live in the network. Physical reality doesn't matter. You're a mental construct, a presence, a soul without a container. Well, maybe that's your ideal. But right now, I have some bad news. You're still in a physical body. And that means you have to feed it, take care of it, etc. You know the drill. And while that gets boring, and you don't... after a while that gets boring, and you don't really think about it anymore. Maybe your experience with this aspect of living begins and ends with getting some snacks and a soda from last stop. If it does, don't worry. This column isn't going to be about cooking that requires tons of money, gourmet ingredients, or pro kitchen equipment. That stuff is boring. Plus, it just doesn't feel right given the world of today. We need a school of food preparation that results in tasty food but works fully within this post-whatever society it is we're living in now. We're going to start simple. Presenting dumpster donuts. You know, while Monkey does like fancy cooking and fancy food and stuff, I think the whole spectrum is valuable. Yes, you read that right. You are going to liberate the perfectly good donuts they throw away every day at stores that sell them. Or, if you aren't going to be able to stomach the idea of eating something out of the trash, pick them up when they're marked down for being a day or two old. Either way, these donuts are still fine, probably just a little stale. Here's where the trick comes in. Use the broiler. So, get ourselves over here. Oh, it is by Selenium Wolf. Yeah, they're the one in the chat who was saying, use the broiler. The what? The broiler. It's a feature of your oven, and here you're going to learn how to use it. Normally, your oven attempts to heat evenly throughout the inside by putting it up. Normally, your oven attempts to heat evenly throughout the inside, but putting it in broiler mode turns on an element at the top that radiates a ridiculous amount of heat down at whatever is directly below it. It's true. Broilers are kind of scary. But useful. You use it for making things crisp at the top or around the edges. The final touch. It's the step that makes the chicken skin crispy, the cheese melted and bubbly, the lightly singed edges of a salmon steak. Cooking rocks. Monkey's been having a lot of fish cooked in the broiler recently, because we don't have a good grill right now, so the broiler basically does the same thing but from the top instead of the bottom. The reason this works is that the broiler toasts the outside of the donut, which makes them taste better, while caramelizing any icing or glaze on top, which makes it crispy and extra delicious. You can also do this in a toaster oven, although it probably won't caramelize the icing like a broiler will. Do not use a push-down toaster. The icing will drip down and burn and fill your house with smoke and or fire. Now you have amazing warm donuts for absolutely free. Or cheap. There's a ton of great dishes you can finish off in the broiler, but we'll get to all of that stuff later. For now, enjoy your upgraded donuts. Oh, and here's the recipe. The recipe. Let's zoom in. 1. Take your dumpster or discount donuts. Microwave them briefly until they're soft inside. 10 seconds for a single donut. So you use the microwave as well. Put them on a metal tray or sheet of tinfoil. Turn on your oven's broiler mode. Put them in your oven and adjust the rack so the donuts are about 2 inches below the broiler. Keep the oven door open. Oh, keep the oven door open. Oh, I didn't know you could use the broiler that way. Oh, interesting. I guess it makes sense. I hadn't thought about it. But since it's not being baked, it should work. It's like having an open grill. Watch, since the broiler works hot and fast. Take the donuts out after they start to brown, but before they burn. About 1 to 2 minutes. Oh, it's quick. I see. And ta-da! There you have it. The Trash World News Trash World Kitchen Guide to the recipe for dumpster donuts. You're welcome. I know this knowledge will be very helpful to many of you in your life. Alright. So yes, that is what Deadlock and Selenium Wolf are talking about. I had no idea you could put donuts in the oven. Broiler. Enjoy. I'm fully expecting a recipe for the donuts at some point in this scene. I was joking again. You see, Shatter. You are too powerful for even your own realization, I guess. Very powerful. So yes, dumpster donuts. We pour some more tea. Okay. Alright. Back to the game. I guess technically, since the zine is part of the game, it's still part of the game. What's this? Mitsuzen HDI 10 left arm. Hack your body to repair a damaged nerve in your arm. Well, that sounds hackery. Hacking your own body, huh? And last stop Snacksnet. We've got both of these two options actually. Last stop Snacksnet. You might have noticed in the Trash World Kitchen article they talk about last stop. It's one of the places where you said where you get a lot of snacks, I guess. Last stop Snacksnet Factory 11 caused the Last Stop factory to produce peanut-free peanut blast bars. I love this game. It's pretty funny. Let's go in order, cause why not? Oh, and you see, at the bottom here they always put an address, right? So this is my address. This is the address of the program on my computer. My address. This is the tutorial server address, which is a phone address because back in the day, computers used to be run off the phone lines. That's Euclid Pizza's phone internet address. They're kind of like IP addresses. Many of us came to my place. This one says aux3, so using an aux3 cable, I guess. And this one's the Last Stop factory's address. Alright. Well, this one we'll definitely read another article for, but let's step into the problem first, and then I'll show you all the article. Connect to network. So about that left arm of yours. The medicine stops your condition from spreading, but it can't fix things like that. You'll need to take care of that yourself. You mean hack my own body? This is going to be weird. This is going to be weird. I don't know about that. I edit myself all the time. I don't know if any of you know, but that Amber just said that very offhand. But if Amber is an AI and they're editing themselves all the time, it can only mean one thing. We have reached the singularity. I'm not sure if singularity is a word that is used in multiple different spheres, but in the sphere of computer science, the singularity is when computers are able to program themselves without human intervention. Because once that occurs, the computers are basically their own life form. They will continue and evolve without any outside influence. And so, with the amount of power that computers can harness, the expectation is an exponential rate of change that we can no longer predict, basically. There's already some things like out there like meta-programming, which are programs that change themselves, but in the end, they still had to have been programmed by a person first. And they only change themselves in the ways prescribed by the person who originally coded them. The singularity is more or less no longer needs human intervention or monkey intervention, I suppose. So that's kind of a big thing they just dropped offhand there. Alright. Read a value from the nerve connected to your central nervous system and relay it to the nerve connected to your arm. So, CNS and arm. Clamping the value so that it never goes below -120 or above 50. Repeat ad infinitum. Since this task takes place inside a network you control, that is your own body, it's not necessary to leave no trace. Your exit should be written to operate indefinitely. Note that nerve is a hardware register, not a file. You can use it directly in your code like any other register. For more information about the phage, see Debugging the Phage in the first issue of the zine. So this must seem all very confusing. The zine will clear this up. And we'll finally get some insight, actually, into what this disease is that we have, that we're dealing with, that everyone's looking at us and being like, oh, that doesn't look good. Alright, so Debugging the Phage. Maybe one more. Make it big so it's easier to read. Okay. A mystery disease known colloquially as the phage that slowly turns the human body into computer parts. Sounds like the realm of science fiction or conspiracy theorists. But in this case, it's sadly all too real. The phage is known to the medical community as progressive neuroplastic dysfunction, which is outdated and not an accurate name at all. Or the lesser used Wetzner syndrome. At first blush, turning into a computer may sound cool, like becoming a cyborg. Unfortunately, the phage does not turn your body into anything that resembles a working computer. If left unchecked, the phage leaves the body a lifeless amalgamation of purposeless circuitry. We know that people who use computers frequently are more inclined to get it, with all known incidents occurring in people who use computers for 8 hours a day or more. It spreads over the course of 6 to 18 months from the extremities, often the hands, but occasionally the feet, towards the body's core, slowly replacing the body's cells with connected structures of a plastic-like substance containing semiconductive substructures. Currently, the best option for treating the phage is to cut away the affected tissue as fast as it appears, which is hardly an ideal solution. Several other treatments are in development. One off-label oral medication seems to be effective at slowing its spread, but is prohibitively expensive for the majority of would-be patients. Alright, page 2. This is written by Fluoxetine Dream. Beyond this, the understanding of the phage is still poor, so speculation has rushed to fill the gap. Claims that the phage is an escaped experiment from a secret government lab researching human-computer interfaces are unverifiable, as are any of the frankly silly ideas around a kind of mystical computer rapture where carbon and silicon life forms will join together to form a new higher form of consciousness. One thing we can empirically test is the idea that the phage was indeed originally designed as a way to facilitate direct human-computer interfaces. As a graduate student at a respected medical school, I was able to use the lab to do a little off-the-books experiments of my own with an acquaintance afflicted with the disease. For obvious reasons, we are both going to remain anonymous. Oh, I see. We got some off-the-books hacking here. Off-the-books science. Interfacing with the phage nodes as exa hosts. This seems ominous. Well, it certainly does. It certainly does. You know, being in contact with a computer for at least 8 hours a day. At first you're like, well, that's no problem, that's a lot. And then you think about it a little bit. And then you start to realize that that's not really that uncommon. It's pretty common. And it makes you wonder, okay, well, in this universe they don't seem to have cell phones. I wonder if cell phones count. Either way, it's kinda scary. It's kinda horrifying. This is like a horror plot. Your body getting slowly replaced by purposeless computer parts that slowly, it's like it's almost like macular degeneration, but instead of your muscles just breaking down and stop being able to work, they're being replaced by computer parts that don't work. It's very scary. Alright. Interfacing with the phage as exa hosts. Perhaps the most interesting thing about phage-infected tissue is that it does in fact seem to provide interfaces that can be connected to with off-the-shelf hardware debuggers. I used a Mitsuzen HDI-10, typically used to debug EXA-based embedded systems, for the experiment described here. Alright. By replacing the HDI-1's probes with conductive high-precision tweezers, I was able to connect the phage node cluster shown in the microscope image below. Able to connect to the phage node cluster shown in the microscope image below. Oh. Replacing the probes. Oh, I see. Replacing the probes with high-precision tweezers. Oh. Each phage node was enumerated as a small host with corresponding links between connected phage nodes. In the absence of proper link IDs, the firmware for the HDI-10 appears to auto-enumerate its own. Oh, I see. So, you can see here, this is what it looks like in the body. Got some new nodes forming, and a phage node here, and a neuron here. I guess they connected to this one. And then on the inside, we see this is the nerve connected to the phage. And these are the phage nodes, I suppose. It's known that phage nodes have an affinity for nerve and nerve-like cells, disrupting neural behavior and causing the degenerative systems associated with the disease. So why you start losing function of your body as they're disrupting the nerves? Oh, scary. Further supporting the idea that the phage was designed to support human-computer interactions, phage nodes connected to nerve cells present hardware registers in their corresponding hosts that allow the electric potential of the attached nerve cells to be measured, excited, and suppressed. Units appear to be in millivolts. For the uninformed, nerves have a resting potential of around -70 millivolts, can spike up to around 50 millivolts when excited, and can fall as low as -120 millivolts when suppressed. Technology and organic materials interfacing? That's super cool. Well, it is true that nerves run on electricity. We do know this. It's an interesting concept. Could this be what the protagonist has? I believe it is highly implied that this is what the protagonist has. This is their disease. Injecting exas into phage nodes? Given this initial work, it seems like it should be possible to inject exas into phage nodes in a human host and program them to repair neural processes that have been disrupted by the growth of those very same phage nodes. I would like to try this next, but it is an obviously risky procedure and is frowned upon in the medical community, hence the need for secrecy here. It's unfortunate that a one-off custom therapy like this would be unlikely to get regulatory approval. I'm going to be making an attempt to perform this and will report back with more information. Oh, here we have an advertisement. Sunny surplus. An amount of something left over. Oh, surplus. Noun. An amount of something left over when requirements have been met. An excess of production or supply over demand. Price is so low they'll knock your mirror shades off. Oh, this got they got a, what's it called? A soldering iron here. I don't know what this is. Maybe a radio. And this one's a monitor. Pagers for $30. Digicams $30. Data phones $75. Desktop hydras $150. Soft modems $15. Hardware modems $50. So these are considered very low prices, I guess. They must be pretty expensive, I guess, these things. Personal computers from only $300. Wide range of memory expansion modules from $50. Oh. Monthly specials. 15-inch monitors, military surplus, $50. Oh, that doesn't seem so bad. Backup tape/tape drive, $5 to $40. ImageWorks frame grabber, $20. Vector coprocessor, Tech PC, $40. Oh, I see. $150 for a Hydra. What a steal! I suppose. I suppose, huh? Alright. Alright, I guess we'll leave that there for now. For a Hydra. Desktop Hydras. And a small one too, I guess, if it sits on your desktop. That sounds kinda cute, actually. A little Hydra for your desktop. Alright, well after that explanation, this puzzle makes a little more sense. So we wanna hack our own bodies. Even the scientist who talked about this is saying, we don't know if this is safe. We've never tried this before. This will never get regulatory approval. But here we are, experimenting on ourselves. True mad scientist hacker, mad scientist hacker mentality. By the way, I didn't quite come up with this, but I heard this before and it makes a lot of sense. We call them mad scientists, but they don't really do science. They do no science. Their experiments do not follow the scientific method, but they do make a lot of things. So in the end, I think that makes them mad engineers, actually. Or perhaps in this case, mad hackers. Which kind of sounds like a Mad Hatter now that I think about it. Alright. Read a value from the nerve connected to your central nerve system, CNS, that must be this one, and relay it to the nerve connected to your arm, that one. Clamping the value, so making sure it doesn't go above or below natural values, and repeat ad infinitum. Since this task takes place inside a network you control, that is your own body, we're hacking our own bodies here, it is not necessary to leave no trace. Your access should be written to operate indefinitely. Replacing the link. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. So in this case, we'll definitely need 2 exes to relay the signal. Well, not definitely, actually. If we wanted to be inefficient, we could hop between the nodes back and forth over and over. And it wouldn't be as efficient, but it would work. But since we know a more efficient method, let's go with that. So we'll send XA over to the central nervous system register. And we'll send XB over to the arm register. So link 800 and then link 1 or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will do this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll get us over to the arm. For whatever reason, this reminds me of that sci-fi concept of gray goo. What's that? I don't think I know that one. Alright, so... And once we're in position, that's all we really need, I think. We can then mark ourselves a loop. And then copy directly from the nerve into the M register for this one. And then jump to loop. That'll just continually be sending information. We'll mark a loop here. Copy from M register into the nerve. And then jump loop. And I guess I'll since they're gonna use the same link, we'll send the other one first so it gets there a little sooner. Now the only thing here that we need to be careful of is they do want us to clamp the values is what they're calling it. Hacking the strongest malware. The strongest malware, the disease in your own body. Alright, so we'll put that in here actually. So we should probably copy the M to a temporary register to begin with. And how's the best way to clamp this value? I guess we'll have to do a test. I guess we'll want to test the value. So we'll want to say, we'll test if x is, what is it, less than -120? If true, jump to floor, I guess. And then otherwise we'll test if x is greater than 50. If it is, then we'll jump to ceiling. And otherwise, mark this as, we'll just call it send. Send signal. Alright. And then out here where we should never reach because of the loop, we'll define floor. So we'll want to copy -120 into x and then jump back to send, and then we'll mark seal here. Copy 50 into x and then jump to send. That should do the trick. We'll put a little spacing here so we know. Let's see. Google describes it as what life on our planet might become if self-replicating robots or nanomachines got out of control and began to use up life forms for energy. Oh. That's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. Though, I wonder that they wouldn't find a better energy source than life forms. Because life forms are relatively expensive. I see. Grey goo. So the idea being a lot of small machines taking over. It's interesting because the gray is probably coming from the idea then of robots and nanomachines being made of gray colored metals? But those would already exist on the Earth, technically. I am curious about this concept. Maybe I should look it up. I'm gonna make a note. Grey goo. Sounds like an interesting sci-fi thought experiment. By the way, have you heard of the creepypasta called the Backrooms? Oh, I don't really read a lot of creepypasta because I don't like scary things. The Backrooms is the result of you no-clipping into reality by either hacking or stumbling upon it at random. Oh, like if reality is a simulation, what happens if you clip through the edge of the world? That seems like a very classic philosophical question in a way. It's a sci-fi concept, clearly, lol. But the prospect of hacking nerves in your body brought the thought to mind. Definitely the idea that these sort of how do you say artificial nerves and things are taking over the human body does feel kind of that way, because the concept sounds a little bit like, what if there was a virus, but rather than being made of organic material, it was made out of inorganic materials? Like the phage. The phage is basically a little bit like that. It's a little different. It's obviously not a virus, but somewhat parasitic, perhaps? It's a little unclear. It's a distorted dimension that is mostly made of liminal spaces and is also very dangerous. Ah, makes sense, makes sense. Alright, let's see if this'll work. So we'll send our little buddies off. This time we don't have to kill them. They're our little buddies and they'll be able to help us out indefinitely, hopefully, if we do this right. Let's see. And there we go. There they go. Sending the informations. You can see there's about a little bit of a delay. Whatever you want to call this. A delay of 2 to 3 ticks. But it seems to be going pretty well, actually. Oops. I wanted to see what some of those values were. Make sure that we're clipping it correctly. You can see that. Friends forever. Yeah, these are our little buddies, and they will live in our arm, and we will be good friends forever. So I suppose I don't know what we're giving them. A purpose in life, perhaps? Here we go. Nice, nice. Relay those signals. Wonderful. This hotfix should keep you useful, at least for a little while longer. Well, thanks, Ember. Come to think of it, the fact that the phage attacks nervous cells, and everyone can tell how bad it's gotten for you, means that it must be visible, first of all. But also, well, actually, it's probably not visible necessarily, because they mentioned that the early name of the phage was, what was it again? progressive neuroplastic dysfunction. So from the outside, you probably can't tell necessarily that you're having that it's these sort of semi-inorganic. Well, it's made of plastic. Plastic's kind of a semi-organic material, but whatever it is, you got this thing taking over the inside of your body. But these little transistor-shaped things. But you can tell the nervous degeneration, probably the inability to control certain nerves properly. And that's probably what everyone was saying when they said, "Ooh, you're not looking so good." That must be very clear that throughout my body I've lost control. I, the protagonist, have lost control of various nervous function. And it also explains why my memory seems kind of wonky. Like I can't remember Gast's real name, for example, and I kind of felt like I had forgotten how to hack and that sort of thing. I wonder if that's also supposed to be a direct effect, a direct symptom of the phage infection, or if that's just because I haven't been able to do much recently and I've fallen into a depression where things sort of got away from me. But I think the implication is that it's at least in part due to the phage infection. Friendly grey goo is not a concept that I considered, but now I like it. Nano friends. Yeah! Sounds great to me. Coexist. Alright. This hotfix should keep you useful, at least for a little while longer. I'm glad I don't have a body. It sucks. You get used to it. Having a body, I'd say you get used to it. It can suck, but you get used to it. If you say so. Seems like nothing but a hassle. Maybe one day. Well, we can talk about that later. One day. We all know where this is leading. Alright. Oh, chat. Mutex says, I broke the tab key. Stepping too much in Exodus. Deadlock says, if you alt-click an instruction, it will run up to it and stop. Oh, I forgot about this. This is extremely useful. Thank you. Thank you, Deadlock. Alt-click an instruction, it will run up to it and stop. That's what I need. Super handy. Mutex. What? I didn't know. Yeah. Good stuff. Deadlock. Well, now you do. Mutex. Too late for tab key. Oh. Poor tab key. This is very helpful. I'm really glad that they told us this. Very helpful. Alright. Let's see what time we're at. We have about half an hour left. That might be enough to get through this next problem if Monkey tries to do it quickly. So far, this is all stuff Monkey has seen before, so it's relatively quick. I just gotta remember the syntax and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. If we don't finish it in time, luckily this is a game where you can pause at any moment, save your code for later, and come back to it. Last stop snack. Factory 11. Cause the last stop factory to produce peanut-free peanut blast bars. Let's give it a try. You like snacks, don't you? I do like snacks. You don't have to answer that. Okay. I know you like snacks. Everyone likes snacks. That's why we're going to hack a snack factory. Okay. Why? This is silly. First pizza, now snacks? I'm a fan. I like how you say? I like Ember's ideas here. Ember knows all. I mean, everyone likes snacks, right? Let's go for why? It's an experiment. Hypothesis. It will be very funny. That's all. Oh, Ember. I love Ember so much. Ember is great. Alright. Remove the keyword peanuts. File 300. Oh, they give it to us, so we have the word. From the Peanut Blast recipe, file 237. This is remove peanuts. Note that the target keyword will appear in a different position in each of the 100 test runs. To view and debug each of the different test runs, click the arrow buttons next to test run display above. Yeah, so it's starting to become important that the test runs are not identical. That's why we do them. Because when we go into the actual last stop factory, we have no guarantees of what order or whatever. We don't even know what the actual recipe is for Peanut Blast, but we know that there's a list of ingredients here, and one of them is peanuts, somewhere in the recipe. So we're gonna get rid of that. No peanuts. So we're just making blast bars. Understood. Yeah. Just blast bars, I guess. So this is the file with peanuts, and we want to get to 237. Oh, that's in mixing. So receiving, mixing, extruding, and shipping. Oh, we can mess with the temperature and the rate. I wonder if that does anything. I always wonder, because they give you all these things, which are really nice for flavor, but I always wonder, like the lights you could switch on and off, right? But the other stuff didn't do very much. It's interesting to poke around and see see if they do anything. Alright. Let's give it a try. Remove peanuts. So first things first, we'll need to make sure we know the word peanuts. So let's grab 300. Copy from the file into our X register, and then just drop it, I guess. Link ourselves over to the correct file, so that's in mixing, so we'll have to link twice. Alright, so we're in mixing. We'll grab the file 237, and from here we gotta go through the file until we find the word peanuts. Let me see about the syntax for testing. Can you test non-numerical numbers against each other? Compare the value. So test. Compare the value of the first operand to the value of the second operand. If they are equal, set it to 1. If not, 0. Same syntax for this and that. Test equality. Keyword, keyword, test equality. Okay, so you can put in keywords. Perfect. So we'll grab that and we'll test. We'll mark a loop here, and then we'll test f for being equal to x. That's our keyword. Peanuts. Okay. So we'll test if they're the same. And if they are the same, then we're great. So we'll want to break out. But if they aren't the same, so on false, let's jump back to the loop until we find one that's the same. Which means by the time we get out of this loop, we will definitely have found peanuts. Except our cursor will be one beyond it because we just read it. So we'll want to seek -1 to go back 1. And then we'll want to delete it. How do you delete? Void. Void f. Okay, so void f will delete from the file. Alright. Not bad, not bad. And then I think we can just halt. That sounds good, right? Show results. Sounds good. Let's give it a try. So grab the file, copy the peanuts, drop, link, link. Grab the file, and then look for peanuts. We found peanuts. So then we go back to the peanuts, void it, and then halt. Nice! Nice, nice. Yep. Now look for the peanuts here. We find the peanuts. We go back, and then we keep going. Nice. Oh, we can try the thing Alt-click will take us into the first iteration of this loop. And then we can loop through till we find the peanuts. We can also Alt-click to the end of the loop. And that's always going to be one past the peanuts. Then we grab the peanuts and run. Grab the peanuts and run. That's how this test works. Grab the peanuts and run. These are some persistent peanuts. It's true. We gotta go through 100 peanuts here. Alright. Looks good, looks good. Nice. Thing is, I don't see any displays. Sometimes the game rewards you for doing silly things like turning up the temperature. But you know what? I think it's fine. Oh, here's the display. I guess you can change the extruding rate. 14 centimeters per second. What happens if I change the extruding rate, I wonder? Link over to... I'm curious about that one in particular because it sounds funny. And then copy... How fast can we extrude? 30 centimeters per second. Alright. Extrude real fast. I don't know, it seemed kind of funny to me. Okay, we're good, we're good. That's enough. Let's see what Ember has to say about our program. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, really? Processing. No peanuts in Peanut Blast. Was that funny? Sometimes when you think too long about a joke, was it funny? Hilarious. Kind of? I don't get it, no. What do you think? No peanuts in Peanut Blast. Is it funny? We've taken peanuts out of Peanut Blast. Science has gone too far. Was it funny? Yeah, okay. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Hilarious. Hilarious, Ember. You are a comedy genius. Yes. Foiled expectations. Human behavior is predictable in aggregate. More data for the corpus. Let's continue. Oh, Selenium Wolf. So, Gast, when is the next issue of the zine coming? Gast. Good question. Print shop's a little unhappy with me right now. They didn't really buy my argument that I shouldn't have to pay. Mutex. Haha, did you really try to argue that? Gast. No, but I do owe them money. Mutex. Sad face. At worst, you've given them a new recipe. Lol. True, true. So, what's our next mission here? Zebro's copies. Point of sale system. Erase the record of Gast's debt from to the copy shop. Gotta erase the debt. Print more zines. Oh, monkey needs a stretch. Let's see. Monkey had a thought, and now I can't remember what it was. What was Monkey thinking earlier? Hard to say. Hard to say. Gee, I wonder what it could have inspired this mission, Momo. Ember seems to have some interesting ideas, huh? About various hacking missions to send us on. So far, it's been pretty low-key crime. All things considered. The power of what we're dealing with considered, I suppose. Alright, Z-Bros copies. Yeah, let's give it a try. Can't remember what else I was gonna do, so let's give it a try. Connect to network. You're gonna help Gast with his copy shop bill? Ah, this isn't an Ember idea. This is an us idea. We're back into hacking now. We were reading the chat, and we're like, you know what? No, we're gonna help out our buddy Gast. Who looks like an admin. Looks like Gast and Selenium Wolf are admins on our chat group. That's kind of you. He's an old friend. I help people when I can. I'll say he's an old friend. That's nice, but Gast isn't paying for your medication. Ember, are you jealous? Are you jealous? Because we're helping out Gast. And even... we're helping you too, Ember. I mean, you've only sent us to do silly things so far, but we're doing your hacks too. I'm not jealous. I'm just saying. Oh, Ember. Have fun with the copy shop server. Alright, Z-Bros. Look, they're bros, and they're zebras. So they're Z-Bros. Alright. And we get a fee to the copy shop this time, which is fun. Erase Gast's debt to the copy shop by zeroing out his balance in the customer database. File 200, so that's here. And appending a payment to the payment log, file 201. Okay, so that's the database, and that's the payment. With today's date and the exact amount of his prior balance. Okay, so we'll pay his balance. Gas customer ID is available in file 300. Alright. For more information, see Network Exploration DigiCash Point of Sale Systems in the first issue of the zine. There's some helpful information there about how all of this is formatted. So let's go over there. Alright, so DigiCash, here we are. Network Exploration. In their rush to make everything digital, they've built everything fast and sloppy, leaving their systems almost laughably insecure. By by D. Krasnova. Alright. These days, corporations large and small are rushing to turn all their transactions into digital transactions. Why? It's better, that's why. Don't question it, just go along with the hype, man. Of course, in their rush to make everything digital, they've built everything fast and sloppy, leaving their systems almost laughably insecure. In this article, I'll take a look at just one example, the DigiCash POS, which stands for Point of Sale. Any similarities to another acronym that could indicate this product's quality is purely coincidental. Ah, monkey gets it. Monkey gets it. DigiCash is a popular option for payment processing, especially for smaller businesses. It's turned up almost everywhere I've looked. Convenience stores, gas stations, laundromats, even tanning beds. And wouldn't you know, all systems by DigiCash have a technical architecture in common. Alright. Tell us more about this architecture, Krasnova. Point of sale systems. Customer database. The customer database, usually file 200, stores a list of customers with 3 values for each customer: the customer ID, dollars owed, and cents owed. Transaction log. The transaction log, usually, you guessed it, file 201, stores a list of transactions with 4 values for each transaction: the date, the customer ID, the dollars paid, and the cents paid. You'll also probably see a real-time clock module, which is typically connected to the primary host. This is used for timestamping the transactions. Sometimes there's a small amount of customization for the client, either something as minor as a custom network map graphic, or something more significant. For example, a certain laundromat down the street from my apartment has integrated it with their washers and dryers. Oh, you can kind of see the Mission Street laundromat. Oops. There we go. We've got their washers and dryers. I guess that way you can pay and the machine starts working. It's like coin operated, but it's digital. Either way, the main architecture is always the same. Given this information, it seems like it would be theoretically pretty straightforward for a bad actor to add or remove transactions or balances, provided they got access to one of these systems. ... Not that they're making any recommendations or providing you with any, functional, useful information that could make it very easy to hack these systems. So there we have it. That's the format. That's what we're dealing with. The logos for all of these companies is a fun bit of world building, right? It's super cute. I love the aesthetic of this game. It's so wonderful. Alright. Let's see. So we gotta erase Gast's debt by zeroing out his balance and adding a corresponding payment. So, I guess we'll take his ID over to the thing, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do that. So I want someone to be zeroing out we can do pretty easily. We'll just hop over there, find his record, and put zeros after it. The adding a transaction, we'll need to grab the date, it looks like, from the date register, and then come back and pop that in with the how you say? Oh, we can't just zero out the amount that he owes because we have to put in a record that will be that same amount. What's the easiest way to do this? What's the easiest way and what's the most efficient way? Because we could just have an exa on one file and exa on the other file and transfer the information over that way. Or we could pick up the file. That's probably the easiest because then we don't have to keep seeking. Yeah, I think we'll use at least 2 exas for this one. Alright. Let's just get started and see what happens. So first of all, we will need Gast's ID. Yes. Okay, yeah, this should be okay. The XA will grab 300, and then copy the ID into our X register. Then we'll drop it and hop over, link over to where the important files are sitting. From there, we will pick up the 200 file with the current balance, and then we will let's see. So we will have to seek out where we find guests. How do you say? We find guests record, which we know how to do because we just did something like that. So we'll mark a loop and we will compare. So we will test x equals f, or I guess f equals x. If false, we will just jump back into the loop until we find it. And then we'll be on the dollars portion, which we can then copy over, send over via the M register. And after we copy it, we can go ahead and zero it. Well, why don't we just copy them both first and then zero afterwards, because we'll have some free time. So we'll copy, so dollars, cents. First things first, actually, let's copy X over to M so that the other Excel will have the proper ID as well. Save us some time. Alright, so we'll send all the information over. Then we'll seek back about 2, because we read about 2. And then copy 0F. Copy 0F. Just clear those guys out. And then I think we can halt. Oops. Meanwhile, XB can just immediately link over to the next. And link over one more, because let's go get the date while we're waiting on XA to start sending us information. So we'll copy the date into our X register, link ourselves back over to where the files are, grab file 201, and we can start making our entry already, actually. So we'll want to seek to the very end. And start with the date. So copy what's currently in our X register into the file. Then we'll want to copy just everything else that gets sent to us. So that'll be in order of the ID, the dollars and the cents, perfectly in order. And then I think we're good too. We can just halt. Let's give it a try. Okay, we're starting with... Oh! Let's give this a try fast, because Monkey is almost out of time, and I am a little bit tight on time today. Alright. Grab. Link. Let's go. Let's go. Grab your stuff. Let's go. So we're still looking... Oh, we can do the Alt to... Wait, oh, it's already sent it over. Oh, I see. This must have been the one then. Is that correct? 7308? Oh yeah, not too far in. Okay. So we're already sending data over. Monkey sometimes has a hard time keeping track of everything that's happening. Looks like we did it. Let's try this one more time. Okay, so you hopped over there. You're doing that. Alright. You're seeking. We're looking for 308. Oh, here we are. Okay. So we got this and we're sending it over. Alright. Seems to work. I don't know, man. Seems pretty good. Alright. I believe it. I believe it. Alright. I appreciate the handpicked test cases so I don't have to think about it myself. Looks like it worked. Speedrun hacking. Yeah. Turn to desktop. Is that a copy shop name unusually weird to you? It's an outlier in my model. What is Zebros supposed to be? I don't know. Or they're zebras, but they're also brothers. I will explain to Ember. They're zebras, but they're also brothers. Oh. I get it, but I don't get it. I'm tired. I'm sorry, Ember. Alright. And there's just a little more chatting going on. Deadlock. I'm thinking about putting together a new rig. 1010. OMG, I just opened a peanut blast and it had no peanuts in it. What the fuck? He says. Selenium Wolf. Ha ha ha. 1010. It's peanut blast. How could they get that wrong? I like the typo here. How can they get that wrong? What the F? I am so mad. Deadlock, calm down. It's not the end of the world. Selenium Wolf, ask for your money back. 1010. Not worth it. 1010 got mad. I'm glad to see puns can even induce groaning in AIs. That does seem to be what happened here, doesn't it? Alright, I think that's good for today. I think we're good for today. On that, we have like a minute left. Oh, now I remember what I wanted to do. We'll do it. There's an option here. Interface. I can change the... Ooh, let's make the code larger so you guys can see it better. I know that it's pretty small on the stream. Hack match CRT effect. I'm good with distortion, but we can have a host name. We can have a host name. We can change it. It's Rhizome right now, but we could be like Tea Club Room. You know? I like that. Tea Club Room. Or we could be Monkey. Thoughts? Opinions? Wonder what's a good host name? Monkey with a 0. Can they show that? MONKI. You can put a 1 here. Monkey. For proper cyberpunk points. I like it. I like it. We got the monkey. Alright, I'm down for this. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Next time, next time we'll be here with the monkey. Our host will be Monkey. Alright, let's get us over to the comfy room so we can say our quick goodbyes before Monkey has to run off to my monkey business. Alright. Well, I enjoyed that. I don't know about all of you, but I enjoyed that. So, I guess I will say thanks so much for coming today. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time too. And I guess with this meeting of the Tianshi Club is now officially adjourned. Thank you so much for coming, and I should see you at the normal time next Tuesday, I believe. As far as Monkey remembers. So, yes, sounds good. Thank you for the stream though. I'm really enjoying learning more about the world of the game. It's interesting, right? I love the world building. It's really cool. Eager to see what else lies in store. Hashtag love Tianshi. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you. And thank you for coming. It's always great to have you. Okay, Monkey better run. I think it's time for Monkey to go. But y'all have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you early next week. Bye bye.